So 4 years ago, I was $112,000 in debt. I was depressed. I hated my life. I was on I was on vices. I had all these vices. I was I was kind of numb. I was trying to escape life. And in this video, I'm going to break down the top 3 lessons which I wish I knew back then, which would have helped me get out of the debt faster and would have helped me grow faster. And if you don't know me, my name is Boris. This is a new video on my new channel I created where I break down how I grew my business to multiple 7 figures a year, how I did it while actually enjoying my life, living on the water, spending time with my wife, and actually kind of loving life now. Not even kind of, really loving life now. And so I'm going to share with you the 3 lessons I wish I understood. And so just to give you a little bit of a backstory, what got me in debt, I'll share that throughout this video. And so, but just so you know, the thing that got me in debt was buying a real estate home and a piece of real estate that I was supposed to flip for myself. And essentially, I bought it with a hard money loan. And guess what the timing was? It was COVID, literally worst time ever. And so like I bought this home. It was a hard money loan with a hard money loan where I put money in. I literally borrowed money from my parents because I was supposed to only put 10% down, which I had, and then they moved it to 20% down, right? And it was like a $350K house. And so I had 30K in my bank account, but I needed another 30K, which sucked. So I borrowed it from my mom and my mom, dad, my uncle. And basically what happened was COVID hit. So the contractors working on my house got sick. Everything got delayed. We couldn't get certain resources. We couldn't get an AC unit, so it couldn't pass inspection. Everything got delayed. And I'll share more throughout this video, but basically I did not complete the hard money loans on time, which then meant I needed to pay these crazy penalties, and these crazy fees of like $40,000 for fees. It was nuts. It was like this crazy contract. I don't know what I signed up for, but it was this crazy contract. And in my brain, I was like, oh, we'll be done with everything. You can't predict COVID, and so 3 lessons I wish I understood while being fully transparent. That's why I made this channel. The other one's straight up for business, for videographers, marketing agencies, content agencies on how to scale. But this one's like, I just wanted mindset, realness, authenticity. And I like talking about this stuff. If I could share something with you and it helps you, if you're in debt, if you're struggling to build a business, if you're struggling to build the life that you want, then like it's already a win, right? It's already a win if it reaches you and it impacts you in some positive way and gives you some hope. And so that's the whole goal of this video and this channel as well. And so, first lesson, which I wish I understood: God never left me, I left him. I will repeat that for you and look you in the eyes. God never left me, I left him. And the reason this is one of the big lessons I understood is because during that tough time, instead of going to God and be like, God, like, how do I get out of this? Like I know it was my ego, my pride that got me in this situation. There was no like, oh man, like, you got me in this situation. It was no like blame or there's no whatever. But it was also, I had this pressure on my shoulders. Like I was like I was 12 months, I was married for about 12 months. We were moving into this house and like I had this pressure on my shoulders, man. And I couldn't deal with it at that time. And so I was smoking weed all the time. I was drinking all the time. I was popping Adderalls, and that was just to like work. Because I was like, man, I need to work my way out of this debt. And so I was like working like 12 hours a day. So when I was not numb on Adderall, I would then complete work and then drink. And then like it was just, which then pushed me farther away from God. Which then made the process a lot more painful because I was trying to escape it. And you can't escape your reality, dude. You just got to deal with it. You got to confront it. And so God never left me. And as soon as I started seeking God again, I found out he was always there. And throughout those times, there's so many times where God came through. There's times where I couldn't buy groceries for me and my wife. And like I'd get like a random deal, a random real estate transaction that would like pay off in like 4 days, which allowed me to pay off my credit card just in time to pay down my credit card. I was so much in debt just to like buy groceries. Like there's so many times God came through and I chose not to see it. I chose not to see it. All right. Second one, second lesson I wish I understood sooner. No one is coming to save you. Not your parents, not your friends, not your family, not your loved ones. Everyone has their own problems. No one is truly coming to save you. And there was a time where I remember calculating the debt. And I was sitting there in one of my guest bedrooms. And I was sitting there calculating. It was like 27K here, 27K there, this maxed out card, this maxed out card. I was just jotting it down. And then I read it, dude. It was $112,000 of debt. And I started crying. This was 4 years ago. I haven't cried since, which is crazy. Well, actually, I teared up a little bit during a recent movie, but like I haven't cried out of like sadness and anger in so long. And what I realized was I got myself into this mess and I need to get myself out of it. And I did. It took me almost 2 years, but I paid it all off and then started building wealth, started building my business. And so no matter what situation you're in, just know, like, dude, you can't give up, but no one's coming to save you. Like literally no one. Like if you think some like lucky thing is gonna happen, or something, it's not. You got to work harder than ever to get yourself out of those situation. And what you'll realize is like, dude, you're alone. Some people might help you out a little bit. Don't get me wrong. My parents helped me out just a little bit. There's like some people might be able to help. Like the only way my parents helped me out is I told them I was going to pay them back everything at one time, and they extended it 2 weeks because I was like, dude, like I'm stressed out. And so again, still no one's coming to save you. Absolutely brutal. And you need I'm actually grateful I learned that lesson. I'm grateful I've learned these lessons because it made me the man I am today, where I have a team of people that rely on me. I have a company, I have a business, 300 clients that are winning. I have a wife that's a beautiful wife that's 8 months pregnant. Like if I didn't take that ownership, that self-accountability, I don't think I would have built this life that I have now. I don't think I would have any of this. This is my backyard. Literally a billionaire lives next to me. We live in a multiple $1 million home in South Florida and on the water, $3 minute walk to the beach. And the reason I say this is I would have never experienced this. I would have never experienced any of this if I just didn't realize that, or if I didn't lock in and realize that, hey, no one is coming to save me. And I'm so grateful I realized that. And throughout this time, as I was in debt and paying things off, it was absolutely brutal. But what I did was I learned new skills. I literally was like, since no one's coming to save me, how do I become more valuable? How do I become more valuable to people, to business owners, to whoever? Like, what can I do to make more money? How? And that's when I realized the only reason I was not making enough money or making money slower than I wanted to is because I was providing less value than I wanted to the marketplace. And as soon as I realized that no one's coming to save me, I need to provide more value, I need to learn new skill sets, I locked in. And so like, even when I was in debt, I still paid for like a mentor, Max, which then led to me building a company. And he was my first client, which then led to me taking that company to the next level. Whatever, like everything progressed because I realized that no one was coming to save me and I needed to learn new skills. The last lesson. Most lessons turn into blessings if you let them and you wait up. Let me repeat that. Most lessons turn into a blessing if you let it and if you wait long enough. So that home that put me in this disaster of a financial place where my credit score got ruined and I was stressed out, my debt and every card I was maxed out and I owed family. I just felt like a failure. I was depressed and on vices. 4 years later, we have tenants in that home. We have multiple 6 figures of equity in that exact home. The home that put me 6 figures in debt has now multiple 6 figures in equity. It turned into into a massive blessing. And now we rent it out to this amazing family that was not able to get approved for a home. And it was like, it worked out for them as well. And it was a blessing for them. Like, it was just like the craziest situation that led them to be our tenants years ago. And if you wait long enough, your failures, your circumstances, they turn into a blessing. You just got to wait long enough to see it. And you got to be open and receptive enough to be like, wow, that wasn't that bad of a failure. Like, that was a failure, but in the grand scheme of things, like, I'm grateful that it happened. And so that's like the three big lessons I would share with my younger version of myself, and I'm sharing with you. But if I understood these sooner, I would have got out of debt faster. And if I stayed sober and I trusted God, I could have also got out of debt faster. And yeah, whatever you're going through right now, like, there's hope. There's hope. Go all in. If you like this type of content, let me know. Subscribe, like, follow, whatever. Subscribe, like, comment. I'm going to start making a lot more real videos. And whatever you're going through, just keep going. God loves you, and lock in.